Um, hey, how's it going? I am on day 2 of 2.5 milligrams, and as far as the Valium withdrawals go, the benzo withdrawals, pretty no wave or anything as of yet. Not expecting to get one. 'Cause at 3, I didn't have one. But this shit fucking never ends, man. Now, I've been chronically ill for about, well, at least this past week. I didn't even go to work yesterday. I'd say for the past 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, shit, I don't know, even 4 weeks. And I've always been saying my allergies are really bad. And it's all, the more research I do, the more it's pointing to the histamines. I know 100%, 1000%, I have a histamine. I don't know. It's not really indeficiency, but Valium fucks up our histamines, and whatever the systems are that regulate it. So essentially, I'm allergic to Valium, and I'm not the only one that's shared this. That's what made me even put two and two together. I went to the fucking clinic yesterday because I just wanted answers. Like, why am I so fucking sick? I know it's allergies, but it's not hay fever. It's histamines, and the Valium causes some type of shit where your body doesn't regulate histamines. So it's basically blasting histamines into my body. The second thing, because of that, now I'm very sensitive to anything I put in my body. And stress is a huge one. And I've been fucking stressed out because I'm so sick and I can't figure out what's wrong. So I'm just adding to this. Oh, dude, it's so frustrating. I felt so good 2 weeks ago. And I thought, we were going to be okay. And I knew I didn't want to get like too excited because I know the lower you get on the Valium, the more the sensitivities happen. And sure as shit, man. So now I'm just researching on a low histamine diet. Dairies is one. I know one thing I realized was I went on a sugar binge, which is terrible. But it's weird. I'm still learning, but it's almost something to do with histamines and dopamine, and your body craves whatever. It doesn't make sense that your body wants the histamine, but it's something to do with that. And I started eating like cookies, and I could not stop. I went through like 4 bags in 4 days. Every day I would start with one, and then it would just be off to the races. And that's when I really started getting sick. So processed sugar is a huge no-no. I knew I knew this, but I completely lost my mind for the past 2 weeks. I would say that, yeah, I'm gonna say the past 2 weeks. I'm doing completely irrational things and just compulsive behavior. And that's what I was doing when I was on the Effexor. It made me very compulsive, which is why I jumped off that shit. And then I started to get my brain back, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I think this whole scenario started with the cookies. I know it sounds weird when I say the cookies, but it's these cookies that we get, and they're cookie dough, and then you just bake them in the oven. But you can eat them as is. And dude, it I turned into a junkie, a cookie dough junkie. I gotta laugh about it, but it's been 10 days now I stopped eating the cookies, I don't know, like Tuesday or Wednesday. Um, and now I'm like starting to get some relief. I haven't been able to pick up my phone in 2 weeks and film. Like this week, the thought of even doing a video is just so much work. But I'm, I, it's the end of the night, and I'm starting to have hope. So like the stress releases histamines, and I noticed as soon as I get to work, I get sick, and that's not a coincidence because it's happened way too many times. Or at nighttime, like tonight, I start to feel better. I wake up, I'm like, oh, okay. And as soon as I walk in that building, man, it's just fucking the anxiety because I'm already withdrawing from Valium. So my anxiety goes up, and then I just go into fight or flight. And then the stress is magnified to the point that I don't even know. Like, I'm not even stressed. But I know in the back of my mind, I'm freaking out, right? Because I just have a big project I'm working on, and it's stressing me the fuck out. And I'm so sick from it. Not just the project, I mean. And I went to the doctor yesterday, and she even asked me, she's like, have you had any life changes or high stress events, And I'm like, well, I'm tapering off Valium. But I did say, like, well, work's been a little stressful lately. And I love my job, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love my job. But I don't do well under stress. I never have. That's why I used to be strung out, was because I just can't handle stress. Now, obviously, I'm learning now how to cope with stress, and I meditate, exercise, all these things that are helping. And I think that's what triggered the cookie binge. I'm just gonna say sugar binge because cookie binge sounds really fucking pathetic. But stress eating, you know. So just pay attention. And I know my gut has been so jacked up. Pain in my stomach, like a fucking knife's in that bitch. And I'm so frustrated, so tired, so sick of being sick. You get those windows, those 5 days a month, and then you just get knocked on your ass, and it's just like, God, man, fucking 14 months, dude. I mean, we're so close, though. I wish I could just jump off the Valium, but I can't. I have to do the slow taper and continue. Right now, the dose I'm taking it's not even doing anything for my anxiety. It's just to prevent post-acute withdrawals, which is why I went back on the Valium. Because when I was cold turkey, no thanks to the detox center that I went to 4 years ago, I just, oh, fuck, what was I saying? Hold on. Man, I don't know. Oh well. I'm sure you could have finished it for me wherever I was going with that. Something about, I don't fucking know. So now I'm looking into changing my diet. I learned that, of course, nicotine, which I've been taking nicotine because increases neuroplasticity, so it helps my brain heal. And I do the pouches, but I also vape, you know, I do that every day, but I'm not constantly feeding them because I take the pouches, but I know that's not good, so that's an easy win. I mean, fuck it. I don't need to do that shit anymore. I'll do the pouches, but I'll just lower my dose to like 1 or 2 times a day because it does really help the brain heal. And it just helps me at work focus. But I've been shoving those things, I've been popping them nonstop because it's just a spiral, man. It's just a chain reaction. So I'll fix that. I think, and I was just prescribed a beta blocker, propanolol, for my anxiety when I drop, because it's all chemical anxiety. I'm not, like I said, I don't have anxiety. It's all chemically induced. So I've been popping the beta blocker, like not a lot either, 1 or 2 a day. And that's when I started getting sick, really sick. And I looked online and it said blood pressure medicine. Shocking. So now I'm gonna not take the beta blocker because I don't need it. It's just when I'm at work, it's just kind of nice to not have that fucking numb head and tingling. But oh man, I'm rambling on. But yeah, I'm sick as all hell. But I mean, mentally, I'm okay. I just haven't touched my drums in 2 weeks. Couldn't exercise. So I don't know. Things are looking up though. Oh, another thing, the weather, it's finally below freezing. So now I'm starting to feel better as well because I'm severely allergic to mold and water. So that's been helping. So I think I'm gonna catch a break because tomorrow it's gonna be below freezing. I'm going to see my foot detox, ionic foot detox. That always helps. So I'm gonna hit that up and just try and reset, and then pay attention to my diet and go on a low histamine diet. I'm taking antihistamines, but at this point, it's just, I'm doing the best I can. But I knew from the very beginning that this was all histamine related. I even said it in my other videos. I'm like, yeah, I'm very sensitive to allergies because I'm creating histamines when I wake up. I already have histamines in me when I wake up. Throw some stress in there, boom. Now I got a flare up, and then I just, yeah. So, but Valium withdrawals, I mean, straight chilling. Now we have a whole nother plethora of bullshit that I'm dealing with. Oh, man. But, I mean, I am grateful though, because we're making progress. And I'm not like, I'm not in a wave. I mean, I feel like I've been in a wave for over 2 weeks. So I don't know what's better. I don't know. I almost feel like a wave would be better because my voice is all messed up. My chest is all tight. Sinuses are all jacked up. I mean, it's a mess. But I mean, I have to know this is gonna end. So we'll get there. If you're going through this, you got it. We'll get there. All right, later.